Alright there, I'm back. It's that old type Yorkie. And the Chihuahua hiding behind me again. Alright then. It's time to head back for some more wrath from those righteous folks up in Galarian. Let's go. Now, we'd won our first battle with the troops, that's good. And we'd cleared out the cultists who were desecrating the cemetery. So, let's see what's at the Houndheart campsite. The sealer. All your characters are fatigued. Actually, before I do, what about the group manager? Cancel. Can work my way back there. Can actually get better sleep back there as well, can't I? So enter, because I don't want that priest there. He's good. I don't want him. Lan approached you casually, polishing a ripe apple in his sleeve and smiling. I knew I'd find you here. It's been hard trying to catch you alone recently. Everybody seems to want something from you. You being the commander of the crusade probably has something to do with it. That's why I want to talk to you. Lan's expression grows serious. I've seen you fight plenty of times now. The way you're charging about like everything's depending on you. I know if you're trying to be a hero, or if it's just your own honour at work, but when I think about you getting hurt, it's like my insides just turned to ice. Because we're friends. I worry about you. No, I know, you're the commander. You got to lead the charge. But let me protect you. It's the least I can do. Lan looks into your eyes. Because comrade, right? And I don't want a comrade to be devoured by demons. Just comrades, Lan? Sounds like a little more than that. Then you must have a literal army of admirers, because every one of them has sworn an oath to serve you and defend you. I'm no different. Lan laughs. Seriously, I won't be surprised if you did have your fair share of admirers among the Crusaders. I think Galfrey's got some competition on that score. He's actually growing on me. I used to think of him as arrogant and annoying, but he's actually growing on me. Must be like athlete's foot. Thank you, Lan. I appreciate help from a friend. Don't mention it. I'll try not to stick out like a sore thumb and stay out your way. I'll just watch over you silently, observing from the shadows. Wait. Oh, of course he wouldn't be... Well, he might have the hots for her, but he's already made it clear he won't do that to someone, which I've already told him, grow the hell up. Wait, no, that came out wrong. Forget what I said. Lan rubs the back of his neck. What I want to say is, you can count on me. Okay. That's cool and all. Alright, so... You, my little dragon-to-be... Where are you? Where are we? Monk Aldori... Where's Dragon Disciple? Where the hell's Dragon Disciple? Oh, it's up here. Ah, it's up here now because she can actually become one. Yes. Yes. No points. Okay. Blood of Dragons. At some point, your family's history of dragon inbred with your Braldine. Although most consider it to be the weakest and most feral of the chromatic dragons, the white dragon makes up for his lack of cunning with sheer ferocity. Nah. Actually, she's a nice girl, isn't she? Of all the dragons, Silvers are the most courageous. No, I'm not going to go courage. Few creatures are more cruel and fearsome, no. Green dragons dwell in the ancient forests of the world, prowling under the canopies in search of prey. All of the chromatic dragons, green, are perhaps easiest to deal with diplomatically. Gold. Golds are the epitome of virtue. Other metallic dragons, no. Copper. Copper dragons are whimsical and spend most of their time in combat trying to annoy and frustrate. I like that. That could work. Bronze. Bronze dragons have been known to ally with travellers and adventurers if the cause is... no. Brass. Consummate conversationalist brass dragons prefer to talk instead of fight. Blue. Blue dragons are consummate schemers. No, that's not heard at all. Lording over the darkest swamps and marshes, black dragons are the undisputed master of the domain, ruling through cruelty. No, no, no. Copper dragons. Natural armor +1. It's got claws. Right. And then Camellia, you're going to be an assassin. Can you be yet? Yes. A mercenary undertaking is tasked with cold professional detachment. The assassin is equally adept at espionage, bounty hunting and terrorism. I have no idea if it's going to be good or bad. We'll see. Mobility's up. Perception should be there. You only get one? Okay. Would it be better to go perception rather than mobility? Doesn't make all that much difference. You, my friend, wisdom damage. Restored by resting. And we're going to get some good rest. You are exhausted. That's fine. Oh, of course, spell books. Spell books. Level 1. Got Bless, we've got Shield of Faith, we've got Bane. These are no good to her anymore, really. I think a Bless would be good. Unbreakable Heart. The creature gains +4 morale bonus on saving throws against mind affecting. The spell is already... Exactly, already under the effects press for addition. Okay, whatever. And a Bane. Let's curse others. Oh, I forgot to give them a Magic Fang. And 2. Old Animal. Protection from alignment, communal. I think a second one of those would be good. Old Person could be good. And 3. This spell functions like dominant person except the spell is restricted to animal type. You can make any humanoid creature fight on your side. Yep, that's fine. Animate dead. Definitely. Summon monster. And prayer. So you're done. You've got those. Right, let's go to level 1. You're filled out there. Summon Nature's Ally, not all that useful anymore. Get a bless. 2. Got up to 3 of them a day now. That's all good. Magical vestment. Alright, so that gives defense. Protection from energy. We could have an animate dead as well. Summon Nature's Ally 3. I don't care about you because I'm leaving you behind. Unfortunately, I have to have you. Colour spray, okay, that's fine. Apparently they can't use them unless without penalty. You have a mage armor, you can use them on the horses right now. Enlarged person, that wouldn't be a bad move. Snowball, some attack there. What's colour spray gonna do for me? Yeah, but that's gonna hurt me as well, isn't it? What's vanish? I'd rather have that. Give it a little stealth. Acid arrow, we can have some of them. Not resist energy, it's outside your thing. Personal, you can have a mirror image thing. It's not really something I'm interested in, but you can have it. And let's have some more acid arrows, shall we, for attack? Number 3, displacement. You can have a couple more of them. Haste. Heroism. And some fireballs. Wall shift. You get another one of these. Let's have a magic missile. No, a grease. I like grease. Another protection from alignment communal. We've got a few of them spread around now. That. And he can't learn at that level. Lan, you've got nothing. You. Challenge evil. Lesser restoration in case we need it. And you can only do level 1 at the moment at least. Right, now then. Inventory. Oh, she's a mystic caster, isn't she, mostly? You can have a couple of them in there as well. No, she's arcane. Okay. She's mixed, maybe? I don't know. Well, they might be able to get some of this in there. Let's see. Yep. Might as well get these copied in where we can. That's Ninio. Woljif, you got any you can do? Here we go. Nope. Summoner what? An Azata. Okay, you can have that. And oh, I don't have a wand of Cody. I thought I did. You can have that too, I guess. That's fine. And get some sleep. Potion. What do we have here? All strength wouldn't be a bad one to do.
Your sermons are so annoying. You're gonna preach to the wrong person one day and get a beating for your troubles.
Let them beat me if that's what they want, but wouldn't you protect me?
Love her. She's a sweetheart. I love her. The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and her dreams are filled with strange visions. She feels the space around her distort, and the sensory organs are flooded with false images, bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander in some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. Her body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality. But the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made with demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs it and pulls, like a hunter reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the commander's sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander... Perception 25. I've only got... Nope, that needs anything. Only 5. Tries to understand what's going on. She needs a moment to figure this out. The commander is being summoned, transported through space by some magical force. However, the attempt did not succeed because the commander is not a spirit or demon, but a mortal human. The commander is surprised that this spell worked on her at all. She Chance of getting it, but unlikely. The darkness conceals the strange appearance. Staring at the dark figure, the commander feels self-involuntarily leaning towards it. The attraction increases. Well, she's a hothead, unleashes the dark and unbridled part of her soul. With a triumphant and savage howl, it breaks free and fills the commander's thoughts with senses. Its rage, like a burning spear, streaks along dark tunnels to the one who dared trouble the commander. A heart-rending scream filled with pain and animal fear strikes your ears. The moment passes and the attraction fades. The enemy has withdrawn back to the shadows. The apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering whether it was a reality or a nightmare. And we should all be nicely healed. You, I don't need any more. Well, I'd like to bring you in. I think we have to make it our semi-warrior. Enter. Here for Sealer. We're finally here. Ilan and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Jana too if they gave her permission to leave. Ha! There they are. Greetings, Sealer, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Ilan puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was on the day he met at the Defender's Heart. Jana puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dishing than usual. Ilan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us. But now you've turned into the saviors of Canabres, Knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Omede's blessing. And yet you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Haha. Sealer frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sealer, your friend, from the League of the Cart. And we came here to help you look for Ilan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. Alright, my friends. Since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. What does this ring look like, and where should we find it? Ilan of the Hound Hearts. The last time I saw the ring was with my things in my travelling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweller, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. Sounds delightful. I wish I possessed one of Master Derek's fine works. I've seen them from afar, worn by visitors to Guerm Mansion, but I've never held one before. I was never allowed to approach important guests. I'm not one for florid compliments, my lady, but I suspect the Master would happily give you one of his works as a gift. He does that from time to time when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. Thank you, sir. Camellia lowers her lashes demurely. Oh my god. A trinket worth several months' pay, Ilan. The rules of the surface are insane. You should give your girl fried rats like we do. You'd save a lot of trouble. Yummy! What was it Pratchett had in his Discworld? Rat on a stick. Rat on a stick, $6, 6 cents, whatever, 6 pennies. Rat on a stick with ketchup, 12 pennies. Why is ketchup as much as the rat? Have you tried rat without ketchup? Ugh. There's something wrong, Ilan. Am I making you nervous? The young knight is obviously embarrassed. I apologise. Jan is right. Much has changed since we met in Canabres. Some things are for the better, some not at all. He stopped short, apparently unwilling to elaborate. Alright, off we go. Jan and I will look around the northern side. We'll see you when we finish something. Or when we give up trying. Alright.
Can't hide from me.
Yes, but what can't hide from you? What did we find? Ah, right there. Right there, loot. Maybe some deer meat? A little bit of food there.
Pay attention.
We have a bag. Is there a reason we can't attack that deer? Okay, whatever.
Move out.
A success worthy of praise.
Torn flag of the Hound Hearts, a small but noble order of crusaders. Ground is trampled, there are signs of battle everywhere. Hound Hearts were clearly attacked by demons. Tent has been cut open from the inside, the knights apparently left in a hurry. Well, we'll get whatever's here. Scent is different from the rest. There's a strong burnt smell around it and rustling sound.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh!
My wounds pile on.
Yeah, that was an interesting little fight, wasn't it? There's the loot. What's that? Heart of Heartening Song. Whenever the wearer of this hat uses any song, so it's only for bad.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Matricium Turinos.
Oh, there's something up there. Loot chest.
I am helpful, am I not?
Well, yeah, kinda. Okay. A small cassette demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its face a little. It is holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling ring with a silver, blue. Ah, there it is. It's mine, mine. All right, Schmeagol. Ellen, look. Look at that creepy thing that it's holding. I've seen one of those before. These demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack all together before we can figure out what's happening. Mine! The cassette throws its paws in the air and splashes you with the beams of colour. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring in the air and catching it. Mine! Mine! Ella and Jenna! Celia glanced at her friends and then turns to you. They're alright. I'll come round quickly. Vin and Morris, let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring. Whoa! So much for that. Well, it went down this way. Can we find it?
Follow.
There he is. Come on, let me take him on. Where'd it go?
Onwards.
Did it come back up here? I lost sight of the bloody thing. There he is. Come and get me. We're coming. Give me that ring, you scoundrel. Before he'll manage to get to the quest, the halfling curl appears right next to it. Quite out of nowhere, he snatches the ring from Demon's paws. You mustn't get it. Ilan of the Houndcat Curl, what are you? Huh? What's happening? Thrusting himself between Ilan and Curl, Scylla barely managed to absorb the blow aimed at her halfling. Ilan, stop, have you gone mad? He's using a summon spell, why did you stop? Okay. Okay. Why is Jana running off?
No time for debates.
Okay. Protection from evil. Get forward.
Wide open.
Vid Morris.
Die!
Oh crap! I forgot about him. Ninio. Why don't you have a quick attack on that? 9. Alright, that's something. Ow. Daring. Well, Jeff.
He, Teia, Ormos.
Is not.
Oh, I'm down. Lan, why don't you get things going for us here?
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
You're down.
Into the fray! Hey!
Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood.
It's a hit. Ninio. Daring, nice hit.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, that was useless.
You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright, that missed. Protective slime, I see.
You are today's sacrifice.
You're down.
Go for their hearts.
Oh, she's down. Ninio, hit him with that, maybe.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Endure this.
Nice. Scylla.
No glory without risk!
And wind. Camellia?
I'll cut you wide open.
There we are. Elon, what were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all this. He might even be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew that we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the campsite besides some small harmless demons, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in redemption of scoundrels, Ilan scoffs. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with some demon magic. And now we'll never know because we let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Ilan thinks Seela was defending someone she thought was a friend and she stopped you from doing something you might regret. I don't need a shepherd to light my path and save me from regrets. Can you say the same, Seela? Or you, Commander? Arrogant brat. Wanted to use a stronger word there. You clearly have something to say. Go on, spit it out. Seela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, and so I'm going to warn you. If what happened to the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders. Well, there's a wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually. But not with you and the Knight Commander. You were granted incredible powers far surpassing seasoned paladins, an experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift at just the right moment, and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything: training, experience, hardship. You know about my experience and hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly. And how much good has that brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way that you, Seela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses, as if reluctant to continue, then looks you in the eye. I want to tell you the same thing, Commander. So if I understand you correctly, I'm an incompetent leader who never earned my position? Elan looks right at you with clear blue eyes. Bear me no grudge, Commander. I'm not so ungrateful as to forget what you did for Canabres and how you agreed to help me. I said it to Seal and I'll say it again. This wasn't a reproach but a warning. The power you've been given may be your undoing, and the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Yeah, you got room to talk about being a danger, don't you? Now at least we know that Curl is a traitor and Janet is a coward ready to abandon her friends. We don't know why she ran when the going gets tough. I hope we'll all learn lessons from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, to hell with it. So you didn't even care about it in the end. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Ilan makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment, nodding goodbye. Oh, sour grapes, okay. He lowers his head and walks away. Seela watches leave. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Peter Morris, let's go back. I'd like to talk to you about it later. I have a lot to think about. Alright. We got that. We got that. We got that.
Move out.
And we can't get down there, can we? Oh, yes, we can. So what is down there? 'Cause it's mobility 20. Oh, there's a dead guy.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. Uh-huh.
Ooh, look at that shield. Ooh, that shield looks tasty. Right, let's have a look at it, shall we? Also, let's have a look what else we have. No good there. Blackened mirror. Amulet natural armor +2. You can have that. At least I think it's useful to you. Yeah. Resistance +1. Okay. Uses a hex, so that would be our witch, wouldn't it? Which we don't have here. That'd be useful for her. This shield, oh, there's lots of shields there. This shield, Divine Protector. 4 armor class. Sealer's not using arcane spell, so it's fine. +2 mithril heavy shield. Grants its wielder damage resistance 5 against magic. So if we look at that and move that there, we don't need you to be using that, do we? What's our best weapon to give you? 8 to 13. Let's put down with this +1 cold iron scimitar lands a hit on an enemy. Targets must make a fortune to become stunned. 200. Now this +1 heavy pick confirms a critical wound. Fatigued for 1 to 3 rounds. That's 200. Whenever this +1 cold iron warhammer confirms a critical hit, all enemies in 15 feet must make a fortitude save or become prone. Yes. Alright, so we're out. Well, actually, there's something here. Yep.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Bit of loot. Bit of loot. What's this? Okay. And that's that. Oh, Mr. Goldring, that's fine. Let's go back to camp, see if we can talk to Sealer. Yeah, I know. It's gonna need to rest anyway. Where would I find Sealer? Let's go to the commander's camp. I'm not sure if we're in there with her or not. Who's this? Message for the commander. A knight in simple armour lowers his voice. I'm the Queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you she's arrived at Camp Incognito as planned. You can find her where the nightly orders are camped. If you come speak with her, I'll come at once. Canabre soldiers. Rosian recruits. Ah, over here. Queen Galfrey nods to you cordially. Her armour is plain and unadorned. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito along with a few bodyguards. I've introduced myself as Katrine, an old friend of yours. I'm a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes Senevia to sniff me out. The Queen chuckles. Why did you decide to join the Crusades at all? Because I have a curious mind and I'm unable to sit and do nothing for long. The Queen smiles but then grows serious. You ask a difficult question. I must remain as safe as possible. My death or abduction would sow chaos among the forces. However, I am not only a queen, I am also a paladin of Iomedae. It is not in my nature to sit in a palace with my sword sheathed. In a manner of speaking, your request was simply a convenient excuse to be where I belong, crusading against demon lords. Besides, I'm curious to see what my new knight commander is action. But a question for you as well. Why did you wish me to join the crusade? I wanted to know you better. Surely you know how intriguing you are. Enough, Commander, the Queen scowls with a smile. Everything that could possibly be known about me has been written in chronicles and notarized. May I ask you a question? I've learned so much about Queen Galfrey from chronicles and legends. What about the other Queen Galfrey, the one the historians and bards cannot see? The Queen smiles faintly. That Galfrey is an old woman, weighed down by a great burden. But she has not lost her passion, and she will make feathers fly when the time comes. Oh my! Mendeb is lucky to have such look forward to working closely with you. Maybe feathers won't be the only things flying. Galfrey arches an eyebrow. First you try to kiss my hand, now you allow yourself to clumsy innuendo. I'm beginning to understand what kind of person my knight commander truly is. Do you think that you are the first to attempt to charm me with such words? You are not. If you want to impress me, you'll have to do better than that. You've given an army and the title of knight commander to a stranger. Why? I mean, his worry is fair. His words were not necessarily. And because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon hordes back into the abyss. I've tried every right and rational method. The Queen affords herself a brief, grim smirk. My armies have been led by the greatest generals, even Iomedae's angels. The goddess's herald created the wardstones for us. We have tasted victory more than once, but we have failed to close the world wound. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You are the saviour of Canabres. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demons to dust. That sign they've waited for decades. A sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomedae. The time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. I had no choice but to give it wings. The hearts of my subjects, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. Oh, okay. How does it feel living for so long, beyond all natural limits? You're over 100 years old, my queen, aren't you? I understand why you asked. We humans share this world with races whose life expectancy is much longer than ours. When I was young, I also used to ask every elf or dwarf I met how it felt to live 100 years. I shall answer thus. The decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision of the Church of Iomedae. The sun, orchid, elixirs have been paid for by the Church. The priest determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as a ruler and a chosen paladin of Iomedae. I accepted their decision and the great responsibility it entails. You've called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you're reserving judgment. Your question seems to catch a queen off balance. A strange spark flashes in her eyes. When Aradan perished and Diomede took over his legacy, I was among the first to serve the new goddess. I helped her restore a church from the ashes left by the chaos of Aradan's death. Since then, I have served the inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe I have earned the blessing of my goddess. The queen's voice is surprisingly ardent. After I learned of what happened in Canabres, when I met you at the Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true what happened was Iomede's work? Why did she give this power to someone unknown, rather than one of her most loyal followers? Could it be that my faith has grown weak and I don't recognize the deeds of my goddess even when they are happening right in front of me? Is the goddess somehow testing me? These doubts were like poison. But I refuse to let them poison me, the Queen finishes strongly. I gave you an army, declared you Knight Commander, and accepted you as I would any chosen by the goddess. I must go. Don't forget, here I am, Kitrain of the Night. Right. Oh, there's Seela, down there. With Wind, her horse, of course. Seela looks sad and pensive. It's good to see you. Get this. Janna, the one who ran away when we were attacked by demons, never went back to her unit. She was seen running towards Numeria. Looks like she deserted. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about, not the only thing. Since I raid on Houndheart's camp, I've had this sinking feeling that I made a mistake. Dragging you into this, I mean. I should have known that a raid along with the Edge of the World wound wouldn't be so easy. We did fine. But mostly I was wrong about a lot of people. About Janna, who lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl. I knew he was a thief, but I really thought he'd turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Elan. I thought we were kindred spirits, friends through thick and thin. But it looks like I was wrong about him too. Seela looks at you closely, waiting for an answer. Your ideals were mistaken from the start. Maybe now you'll see that people are weak and vicious creatures. No. Don't lose trust in people, Seela. So what if you made a few mistakes? I see no reason to give up on your ideals. Somebody has to show people there's a better path. Seela's expression brightens. Thank you, my friend. I needed that support. She sighs. Thanks for listening to my grumbling, and for helping me get to the bottom of this. I'm not going to leave things as they stand. If I get a chance, I'll track down Janna and see if I can talk some sense into her, and find out why Curl did what he did. I can't stop thinking about what Aelin told me in the end. I really have become more powerful than paladins who are far more experienced and selfless than me. There's something not right about it. A servant of Iomade should gain their powers through dedicated personal effort. It's the only way to make sure they'll use the power for good. Our journey so far, it's all wrong. And it means I need to be 3 times as hard on myself now. Well, no, it doesn't. It means you need to be appropriately disciplined and appropriately free. Talk to him, show me what you have. I don't know if that comes in useful for anything later on. Keep that, keep that, keep them. Accessories, gold ring, silver medallion. And the rest is fine. Keep that. Get rid of that. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of them. Alright, everything else there is magical. That's a cooking ingredient. Which means they're not, doesn't it? That cheese, which I would have thought was a cooking ingredient, isn't. Same with those fruits, which again you'd think you could use. And potatoes and onion. Or beet, whatever it is. Trout, you'd think you could use that in cooking. Alright, there we are. That brings us way down.
I lead, you follow.
Now, let's have a quick kip. Oh, the horse has to get here, doesn't it? There he comes. Wonder what was going on there. Also, you X. God, the honour of my fellow both thought and deed, and I will have faith in them. The code is simple, really, but it's faith in one's fellows that is most frequently tested. Things would be a lot simpler if I could just cut down demons without having doubts. Yeah, well, that's life, mate. Failed to make them. That's okay. Can't take the queen with us. I didn't think we could, but might been able to. Right, let's go to the army. And we have once per round before the action of any allied unit, a general can use an ability or spell. These are ow. There's only one of them down. Ouch. Right down. I'm losing some there. Shoot down. Lost a cleric. And we're done. Nice. This new victory has brought you more finance points. Yeah, we know. Crusaders stumbled upon a group of ragged, exhausted scouts. They had set out on a patrol mission deep into the world wound, but then the Canabres was attacked. They found themselves cut off and surrounded by demons. Surviving in such hostile conditions was not easy, but the scouts' spirits remained high, and they readily joined the commander's forces. Having defeated the enemy, Crusaders scattered across the battlefield in search of trophies. The officers keep an eye on the process so that all the valuable trophies go to the treasury. Do not end up in the pockets of lucky soldiers. Alright, so we've got a demon army up here. Got a demon army here. Moondance Meadow discovered. Oh, I forgot to fire his thing. Nice. And then that's you're done. -3, okay. -2 there. Okay. Ooh. Well, we get a hit on you. And then on you. You're down. And that's another win. Squad of Crusaders was caught in sudden storm from the west. They last only a few minutes, but the unnatural lightning made ferocious flames, acid and ice left several soldiers dead. These which a force of nature brutally claimed the lives of those comrades has demoralized the Crusaders. Your military camp has moved to a different location, okay? As you progress through the story, completing one stage of the crusade after another, your camp will occasionally relocate along the road, even closer to Dresden. Okay. The outpost at Vilreth Forge, which straddles the West Selen crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken. The cultists are destroyed. So is that where we are now? What's up here? Nightingale Grove and Conundrum destroyed as well. Someone on the road! Through the mist you spot the flickering flames of a campfire. 3 figures wrapped in crusader cloaks are huddled next to it. A stout smelling dwarf, a brackish dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards his weapon, but then he relaxes. Hey, it's the commander herself. Don't just stand there. Have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today. You might as well dry off at least. In an amicable gesture, he passes you a large mug that smells freshly brewed tea. Will require 10 by 6. Make sure the place is safe. It looks like these 3 have chosen their campsite wisely. We have no idea, basically. Frontline scouting party. Our senior sent us ahead to look for ambushes. Been walking all day, so we're making bivouac. Dusty boots, a patched cloak and a mess lying next to the campfire all mark these 3 as seasoned scouts. A broad smile blossoms on Sealer's face. Never thought we'd run into such jovial company out here. I don't suppose you guys have anything stronger than tea in your canteens? Rubbing his hands excitedly, Waldriff casts a hopeful look at the mug of tea. Then at you, Chief. Just so you know, walking away from campfires where folks give you free food is a sin in the eyes of the gods. What are your names? Proudly lifting his chin, which bears a white scar, the halfling says, I'm Sergeant Velm, the leader of this gang of daredevils. You can tell by Velm's appearance that he's a fighter. He sports a nose that's been broken more than once, well-fitted gear, a gutsy spark in his eyes, all the hallmarks of a feisty, courageous warrior. The dwarf grunts and grins. Why would you call our heroic squad a gang, Velm? I'm Tran. Foot soldier, cook, quartermaster, and mother hen of this lot. I'm the one who sets up the tent for Nancy, given that she doesn't even have the muscle to drive a stake into the ground. With a smirk, Tran glanced at the woman, who immediately turned red in the face. The sweet and tasty, terribly young cleric, tasty? Ugh. Opens her mouth to say something, but shuts it immediately, and blushes even more. Finally, she mumbles, I'm Nancy. Pleased to, mean at your service, Commander. Aren't you scared? Camped out by the enemy territory? The dwarf gives you a disapproving sidelong glance. You will me, Commander. I've walked many roads. I know a good spot for camp when I see one. Even if a whole column of cultists marched by, they wouldn't think of checking this place. In the meantime, we would watch quietly and count every last one. Thoroughly embarrassed, Nancy adopts a serious tone and comments, in Tran's direction, you and your boasting. The 2 comrades greet her remark with a burst of laughter. This is going to go bad, but we'll do it. Since you're offering. You bet we're offering. The halfling moves with such deftness that you barely notice the warm mug of tea that appears in your hand. I can tell your commander knows more about cooking than some. Tran leans over to you and says weightily, Cat Holly. I bought it from a merchant in Absalom. Worth every coin though, eh? Cat Holly, the name seems vaguely familiar, but you've never heard of it being used in cooking. You seem to recall that it causes delirium. Apparently, being this far away from the discipline of strict officers, the scouts decide to indulge in some happy dreams. I don't know that they've drunk any of this or given some to me. I'm afraid I have no time to spare. You attempt to stand, but your legs give out from exhaustion. Your body protests against the mere thought of going anywhere. This sudden weakness you're feeling is very suspicious. The sickly sweet scent coming from the mug in your hand leads you to think that you have been drugged. I haven't tasted it. Mind you, it could be olfactory. Come now, Commander, where is the sense in going ahead of the scouts? What if you walk right into the enemy lines? You'll lose your head for nothing. And the army won't last long without you. Get a night's rest with us. Yeah, you drugged me, dude. Something's not right. Smirking brazenly, the halfling licks his lips with a surprisingly long, pustule-covered red tongue. Would you look at that? She didn't buy it. Enough of this masquerade then, everyone. No more games. The figures by the fire ripple and transform. 3 grey-haired and dark-skinned elves watch you with mocking sneers. Their twisted, grimacing faces look demonic. From the haze, more previously unseen shadows materialise. They are all just as loathsome and unsettling. The campfire emits a sweet, sickly, intoxicating smell. And in the squat kettle you see some slimy mushrooms swimming in a disgusting, boiling slurry. What's the point of the charade? Lady Anamora raises her head. And will gladly deliver it. Oh, desires your head. The elf whose voice was, as Tran was so convincing, without repulsive snicker. You monsters. Seela looks at those who appeared to be trusted allies a moment ago. Open discourse. How did I not see you for what you are from the start? Dumb paladin. You really think your ability to sense evil can't be fooled? Lady Anamora taught us long ago how to trick the likes of you. Ways to conceal the evil in one's heart are not a recent invention. Your Anamora deserves no credit for devising them. Who are you? The one who was pretending to be the halfling Velm makes a face mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. Who are you? We are servants of Lord Discari, and you are the pitiful insect that got caught in the web. The elf who was masquerading as a cleric, Lassie, gives you a lecherous smile, enthusiastically dragging her tongue across the blade of a dagger. Did you like sweet little Asti? Did you want to play with her in your tent? Think I'm at your mercy? We'll see who the real prey is. I love it when a prey tries to fight back.
Do not waver.
Alright then. Ouch. Ouch.
Heal me quickly.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we could. Don't think it's possible right now, though. Give some bull strength to the horse. Because you can actually get in there, can't you? Can you charge into one of them? Yes. Didn't do much good though, did it?
Distract them for me.
Lan, get this underway.
Make every strike count.
You're down.
This is not the
Yeah, I'm down, that's okay. Ooh. We're at death's door again. Wonderful, just bloody wonderful.
Into the fray.
Oh, I haven't swapped her over to her other stuff. Asti's running. At least for now. Ninio. Hey, you asked. Throw an arrow on him.
The spirits demand your blood.
Time to share your treasures.
Man, why don't you,
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh! That's one. Ooh, that was a bit painful. See, look.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You're down. Nino's looking particularly healthy right now.
You should have listened to reason.
Oh, it's only 3 damage, but it's there.
You are today's sacrifice.
Well, Jeff.
Cover me, all right?
Lan.
You
But it's
won't
still only going to be
survive
one.
me.
That's something. That missed.
The light. Take you.
I dedicate my body to science.
Wind, can you charge in by any chance? No, you can't. That's okay, get up there. Camellia.
Go for their hearts.
Daring.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Endure this.
That missed. Might as well heal Nino. But immune. Alright. Good to know. Not gonna last much longer though, are they? Who else is there? There's one. In fact, there's 2 left. Seal it.
Into the fray.
Ah, there's one there as well. Where are you? Someone up there, maybe, is it? Yeah. Oh, it's there. Ninio.
The spirits demand your blood.
Do they? We need to do a bit more demanding.
Distract them from me.
Make every strike count.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Got this one to go, and I think that'll be it. It's level 5 rogue. They're not exactly tough, are they? Well, we got a little bit of
I'll remove this obstacle.
stuff going on for them, I guess.
You are today's sacrifice.
What's that? Composite longbow. Okay.
Onwards.
Where are we? Where is it exactly? It's over here. Ah, there. Right, and then we're out. Well, actually, before we leave,
My temper.
let's get some healing done. That'll work.
Now what is that?
Oh, that's a bit of treasure. That didn't work out too good for him now, did it? And that's where we'll leave it. Possibly for today, certainly for now. So there's links around to other gameplays on channel if you'd like to check them out. There's a like and a sub, that helps the channel grow. If you hit me up in the comments, I'll respond. This has been Yorkie and the Chihuahua hiding behind me, saying look after yourselves. So be around.